Hello friends, welcome back. In last video we have done the retrofit service related coding. We have created interface and respective to different requests get, post, put and delete. We create different abstract method with endpoints and return type as per the JSON response we are getting from the API coding. Okay, so next we are going to create a instance of this retrofit service, and to create the instance of this retrofit service you can see we need to write this code on the retrofit documentation. They have given retrofit instance. We need to create like this: retrofit equal to new retrofit builder, and base URL we need to pass out here. As you know, in retrofit service interface we only pass the endpoint of the API. So base URL we need to pass out here with the retrofit object, and converter factory method we can pass which can help you to convert our JSON data to Java object easily without any extra coding. And finally we need to build. It will create retrofit instance, and from retrofit instance we can create the instance of the interface we created so far. Okay, so for this coding I'm going to create one class here, and the name of the class I will set retrofit client, and inside this class I will create one static method. So public static retrofit service is the return type, and name of the method I will set get client. So this is this static method, and this method will return the retrofit service instance. So for creating retrofit service instance I will create retrofit instance first of all. So retrofit instance we can create by this code: retrofit dot builder dot base URL. Here we will pass the base URL dot add converter factory, and JSON converter factory we are going to use in our project. So see JSON converter factory dot create and dot build. Okay, so this is the code which will create the retrofit instance. The base URL we can pass. As you can see, we have the all API with this base URL: json placeholder.ipcode.com. So I will pass that base URL over here, and next we can create retrofit service instance. So I can write here retrofit service equal to retrofit dot create method. Inside the create method I will type here retrofit service dot class. So this is how the retrofit service instance will get ready, and next I can return this service instance like this: return service. Okay, so this method will return the retrofit service instance, and this instance will help you to call any of this method we have. Okay, so retrofit client class we have done. Next, inside our main activity, let's write a code to complete the call of the API and get the response back. Okay, so inside the main activity, let me have get all post method calling, and this method I'm going to create here, you can see. Okay, and how can we call? So first of all we need to call this retrofit client method get client. It will return the retrofit service instance. So here I'm going to create retrofit service equal to retrofit client retrofit client dot get client. So this is the static method we have created, and it will return the service instance. And once the service instance is ready we can call any of these methods. So first we are going to call this get all post method. So let me call that method, and it will return this kind of data as we have set the return type call list post. So accordingly let me have call list post, and the type of instance call service dot get all post. Okay, so we call that method, it will return the interface call instance, and with the call instance we have method. for asynchronous and synchronous, both kind of request you can have with the call interface. So, and mainly we use asynchronous type of request. You can see enqueue method can execute your request asynchronously, and execute method can execute your request synchronously. So mainly we prefer enqueue method here, and inside the enqueue we can pass callback interface implementation. So here I'm going to write new callback, and it will implement that interface anonymously. So as you can see, with the callback interface, we can have on response and on failure, two types of method. And on failure stands for there is some problem in executing the API in getting the response. Okay, so we will get the T, throwable T, and with that T I will display the error with our logcat. So T dot toString I can type here, and also we can have the toast, and here let me show T dot toString. So we can see what kind of error is there, and tag we can create here, log T shortcut we have. Okay, so main we have error handling here. And next, inside on response you can see the response object we have with the response list post. So every time you get the response, you can write response dot body, and it will return the data you have with the response class. Okay, so that we can create here on the left hand side, that is list. Okay, so this is how you will get the list of post here, and you can display this data with your recycler view or list view or grid view anywhere you want. So let me print this data first of all with our logcat. So here I am going to use list.toString, and accordingly I will also have the toString method with my post class. So let me create one method here, alter insert toString and toString. Okay, so we have done toString method as well. You can also check the status code here. So with response object you can compare response dot code double equal to 200. Okay, so 200 stands for success. So if it is 200, then we can display with our logcat. Okay, with this let me run and check the output. And also don't forget to have the internet permission with your manifest file. So let me write uses permission internet. Okay, so we have internet permission as well. So now let's run and check the output. So guys, you can see our application run successfully with emulator inside the logcat. Let me check whether we are getting all the posts successfully or not. And for that I will have the filter here, main activity, and you can see we have the data, but it is null. So what is the reason of null? Let's check. So guys, we are getting null data. The reason behind this is inside our post class you can see we have serialized name with user ID, title ID, and this name not matching with our JSON data. User ID, that is okay with name, but in title you can see it is having capital T, whereas in our response we have T small, with ID we have I small, with body we have B small. So accordingly let me have the appropriate name, and with this change let me run and check the output again. So guys, here again our application runs successfully, and now you can see we are getting the post here with appropriate user ID, title and body and other details. Okay guys, so this is how we are getting the data properly, and this is the complete code with retrofit and get method we have done so far. So with this video we are ending up this video. In next video I will show you how you can request for the get, post output and delete request. And I hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe our channel and comment and like this video. Okay, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching this video.